Years ago today, the Senate passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 after breaking an 83-day filibuster led by Southern Democrats. President Lyndon Johnson signed the landmark legislation. It prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, sex, religion, or national origin. The law came 8.5 years after Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on the bus to a white passenger. The woman called the mother of the civil rights movement is the subject of a new children's book, I Am Rosa Parks. It's part of the series Ordinary People Change the World, showing historical heroes as kids. Best-selling author Brad Meltzer wrote the stories for his own children, and he's back at the table. Good to see you again, Brad.
Always good to see you.
I think first we should say I'm glad that you're a dad that likes shopping with his 8-year-old daughter, because this is where the idea all started.
Yeah, you know, I was shopping with my daughter. Today's her birthday, so I have to say happy birthday to her. And all I would see were princesses. And I tell my kids all the time, I said, don't look at reality TV show stars and loudmouth athletes and think that that's a hero. I tell them all the time, that's fame. And being famous is very different than being a hero. So I said, I have so many better heroes for them. What if we did a line of children's books telling the stories, not just when they're famous, but telling them when they're kids. So you see them actually when they're little kids. And that's where we began.
Because you said that's a key point, focusing on their childhood.
Exactly. So we start I Am Rosa Parks. You see that this is a true story. When Rosa Parks was 11 years old, a boy on roller skates came zipping by and shoved her, knocked her down. Rosa Parks pops up, shoves him back. Now, the boy was white. Rosa Parks, of course, was black. And you didn't do that back then. So the mother of the boy comes racing over and says, I'll have you put in jail for the rest of your life. And now, you know, you're a little kid. You go running, that'd be understandable.
Right.
What she does is she stands up to the mother, more important, stands up for herself and says, your son bothered me. I don't want to be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
So she says that the mother and the boy never picked on her again, and I want my son to hear that story. I want my daughter to hear that story.
And in fact, if you look back at her, the fact that she stood up then was indicative of what she might do on a bus.
Of course, you show someone, you show any childhood, and kids understand that. They understand the bus part, but they understand the bully. So my young son was being bullied a couple weeks ago in the cafeteria. My older son, after reading the book, said to my younger son, you need to be like Rosa Parks. You got to stand up to the bully.
Right.
And my younger son said, I need to be like Rosa Parks. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's actually working.
Yeah. I love these moral lessons.
Yeah.
And, you know, you also wrote a book called I Am Abraham Lincoln. And, of course, we've read Doris Kearns Goodwin's book. We know about Abraham Lincoln. But I didn't know this story about that when Abraham Lincoln was a little boy, that he came across some other boys who were putting hot coals on top of turtles.
It's one of my favorite stories in there. I found it, and when Abraham Lincoln was 10 years old, he comes upon these turtles. He used to love animals. He races over. They're putting hot coals. They're torturing the turtles. Now, he has to figure out what to do in this moment. When you are a little kid or when you're 40 years old, sometimes it's hard to do the right thing, but someone has to.
Yeah.
And he, again, stands up right there and says, take the coals off the turtles. When my younger son sees that, he says, Dad, I want to be like him. I want to be like Abraham Lincoln and help people.
And then Abraham Lincoln is known for his writing. One of his first essays was about this moment.
It was right after that. He goes into his classroom, writes his first essay about being kind to animals. And again, to share those stories is, I always want to give my kids good lessons, but the best lessons you can give them is show them that it can really happen. Yeah. And that's where the book started. You know, this is my core belief. I believe ordinary people change the world. Yeah. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care how much money you make. That is nonsense to me. I believe in regular people and their ability to affect change in this world. And it's why I believe in an 11-year-old girl named Rosa Parks and a 10-year-old boy named Abraham Lincoln.
So is a common theme here standing up to what you think is not right?
Well, each book has a different lesson. So we did I Am Amelia Earhart is about knowing no bounds and doing what could never be done before. Lincoln's is about standing up for others. Rosa Parks, standing up for yourself. And my goal is, you know, we're doing I Am Albert Einstein in September. We're doing I Am Jackie Robinson in January. And the goal is to help parents and grandparents build a library of real heroes for their children. That's the goal here. Is we're a country, look around. We're starving for heroes. Yep. And this is our solution.
You have found them, and you're a best-selling author in the adult category and the children's category, but you say you are most proud of this.
Listen, we're all gonna have legacies. Yep. I hope that this one could be mine.
And you know what? I hope you make it into like a cartoon series for kids to watch too, because there's such great lessons. Anyway,
I appreciate it.
My unsolicited
advice. We like the book, Brad.
Thank you very much.
We love them. Yeah. Love them, Brad. Thank you.